Hi everybody, it's Chevy with Daily City Rec, and today we're gonna make a cherry blossom painting. For this painting, you're gonna need a pencil, a water cup, some brushes, a canvas, a palette, and multiple paints. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a line this way, and we're also gonna draw a silhouette of a mountain. The first paints you wanna grab are white and blue. We're gonna use a lot of white and some blue. And we're gonna mix it with a flat brush. You're gonna have this kind of shade, and we're just gonna start adding it somewhere in the middle. Now we're gonna add in a bit of purple. Put it on the brush though. When you've gotten something like this gradient, you're gonna add a little more white towards the bottom. Now that you've finished painting all the way down to where we drew the line earlier, we're gonna use the same colors we did earlier, but we're gonna add just a hint of green to create like a muggy effect that you get from water. Now that you created a muggy version of blue you created earlier, we're gonna add it towards this part of the painting and start blending from here. Now that you have something similar to this, we're gonna darken the bottom part of the painting with a little more blue. And we're gonna add a little more white towards the top to create a gradient. Now that you finished doing your gradient for the water and the sky, wait for this canvas to dry a little bit before we draw the mountain on here. Now that your gradient has dried, we're gonna start making the color that we need to create a mountain. I'm gonna be mixing the same blue, purple, and white, except I'm only gonna add a little bit of white. Now that you created your mountain shape, we're gonna create snow caps, and for the color of the snow caps, we're gonna use white and a bit of the purple we used earlier for the sky. Now that we finished doing the mountain, we gotta create a brown for our branches. To make a brown, you're gonna have to mix a bunch of colors, but the brown that we're aiming for needs to have a red undertone. Now it's time for the best part of the painting, which is making the cherry blossoms. We're gonna use this kind of brush, dip it into the pink paint, and we're gonna have a light stamping motion. Now that we've gotten this far with our painting, if your branches disappeared like mine, we're just gonna trace over where we think they are, just so we can see them again. Now that you put your branches back on here, we're gonna use a slightly darker pink and start adding a little more detail onto the canvas. Once you're happy with how the trees turned out, go ahead and start moving on to the reflections in the water by using a flat brush. Now that we've gotten this far, we're going to use this brush again with the pink and create little cherry blossom trees along the horizon. With a tiny brush, you're gonna get a little bit of brown and start drawing little branches. Now we finished our cherry blossom painting, and I hope you enjoyed this video.